Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we continue our series in the system design of Instagram. In the previous videos, we did talk about the high-level design, and we did talk about the functional requirements, non-functional requirements, and also we did talk about the database schema design for our relational tables. And today we'll talk about the database design for our NoSQL database. It will be a really quick video. So before going through the video, I'll just make a small recap. This series, we're creating a series that talks about in the previous videos, we did talk about the functional requirements, and we did talk about the non-functional requirements and the capacity estimation. So we gathered all the information that we need. After that, after that, we did talk about the high-level design. We did talk about each component in details, and and after that we did talk about the database schema design of Instagram. And right now we will talk about the NoSQL graph database system design that we'll use for our newsfeed. And we will talk about some questions that should expect them to be asked to you, and how to answer them. So first, if you want to know how Instagram generates your feed so fast, like LinkedIn, it should suggest people so fast, made by possibly using both the NoSQL and the graph databases. And the databases are solving here, because your interviewer will ask you, why don't you just use a normal database? Why you went with the graph database? The thing that you will think about first, the relational databases like Postgres, they struggle at scale. Like, for example, especially with high volume writes, and also in distributed system, and also in real-time queries on massive datasets. So we need to query without using joins. Because of that, we will use our we will take our approach for this one, which is using a graph database, not GraphQL. GraphQL is different. So instead of calculating the feed on the fly, systems like Instagram will pre-compute the feed and store it in denormalized NoSQL database. And as you can see, this is how it will look like. So we have the ID, user ID, the media URL, and the caption, and that's it. We denormalize everything. By this, we will make the feeds query process way more faster. But again, your interviewer might ask you why you go with this approach. And whenever we use a NoSQL database in general, we need to think about some things. First is that NoSQL, where NoSQL really shines. And I would say NoSQL will shines in the horizontal scaling, in the availability, high availability, and in denormalized schema. So all of that we need for our feed system. So it's easily handled massive traffic. It has no single point of failure, and it optimized for read, not joins. And database like Cassandra and Redis, all of these databases also will support that for us. But why we did use a graph database? Why we didn't go with any NoSQL databases? So let's try to switch the gear here. How do platforms like Facebook or LinkedIn suggest mutual friends or influencer? For that, relational joins are too slow, as we said before. Instead, we will use a graph database like Amazon Newton, for example. And users are stored as nodes and follower relationships as edges, which will make it easy for us to use them in maybe a recommendation engine or maybe newsfeed system. This allows for lightning fast traversal even across millions of users. And yeah, I guess this is it for this video. So yeah, again, NoSQL and GraphQL databases aren't just a buzzword. They are the reason your app scrolls smooth, loads fast, and feels smart. And yeah, that's it for this video, and see you in future videos.